Proverbs 28, March 28. Guys, reading a proverb for every day in March. So by the end of the month, we will have received all of the wisdom that the Proverbs have to offer. And we're getting to that point. It's crazy. But like always, I would love to encourage you to go read Proverbs 28 right now so you can get all of the wisdom for yourself. But I want to just focus in and hone in on verse 25. It says, greed causes fighting. Trusting the Lord leads to prosperity. Y'all, we need to trust in Jesus every single day, every single moment of our lives in order to have a fruitful and fulfilling life. Because man, it is so true from life experience, from reading this amazing Bible, the amazing words of Jesus. It is very, very known that when Jesus is on our mind, when Jesus is occupying our hearts, man, it is truly a prosperous life. We truly do find fulfillment and find a fruitful life, because it is so real. Anytime that we live and operate in our sinful nature, which is what we are born into, that's how we naturally are. We tend to cling to the sinful nature, but we are clothed in Christ's righteousness when we call upon his name. When we truly put our faith in Jesus Christ, then he clothes us in his righteousness, and we take his identity of perfect in the eyes of God. It's the coolest thing ever, and that is how we really are led into a prosperous life. And the prosperous life can definitely be in here and now. God can bless you in so many ways. We've talked about that. The Proverbs have talked about that up until this point, and it most definitely means that we can prosper once we close our eyes here and open our eyes in eternity. Man, it is just such a cool thing. It is so real. Trusting God, trusting everything that Jesus taught us will lead to a prosperous life. We will see life change and life growth by following him. And on the flip, man, greed really does cause fighting. Oftentimes when we're greedy, we try to put ourselves first. We try to just make it all about me and all about how can I benefit, how can I gain, how can I get to the top. But in reality, God will and has the ability to place us at the top. He will, if it is in his will, he will put us in the places that he wants us to be. And so when we try to white knuckle, when we try to do everything in our lives on our entire own, it's just gonna fail. It's not gonna be fruitful. It's not gonna be fulfilling. Maybe you will get to that point. Maybe you will get to the point that you wanted to, of everything that you could accumulate and achieve in the world. But I promise you, it is not a prosperous life when you don't do it with Jesus and when you don't have Jesus. Anytime you can get a blessing from God and recognize that it is from him, I promise you, it is the coolest thing ever. And your heart it beams and fills with love and joy. There's a different feeling to it, because it's not just a feeling, it is actually just God encountering you, and so that's one of the biggest things I've learned, is to not operate off of feelings and not operate off of these highs that we can get from following Jesus, but truly to follow him in the mundane, and to truly follow him in an intimate way by showing up every single day. And so anytime that we can trust in the Lord, man, it's an everyday diligent seeking of him. These are all topics we've covered in the Proverbs up until this point. So as always, I encourage you to go read it. I encourage you so much, because the one big takeaway that we can get from the Proverbs is that the foundation of wisdom, which is something that we all want, is fear of the Lord. And that can also be trusting him, and is most definitely having that reverence and awe for him. So guys, I love you so much. That's Proverbs 28. We're coming to a close, and I will see you tomorrow for Proverbs 29.